We got a 2007 Toyota Hilux. Alright, customer complaint is that he basically don't have any boost on this vehicle. So I believe this vehicle was at another shop for a while, and then customer just got fed up of parts being thrown on his vehicle. So he took it to another shop, and I believe it was there until I got involved. Alright, so what they tried to do is replace the ECU, which is the wrong ECU for this vehicle. Right, I believe this is for the highest. And he also replaced the, what's this, the driver. This is the turbo actuator driver. Right, so let's see exactly what's going on once we are able to scan this vehicle. I don't think I can automatically detect, but let's see if we can. Alright, so again, I'm not sure what happened on this vehicle. I was just told that this vehicle is losing power, is in limp mode, and the check engine light is remaining on. And no matter what they do, I believe they wasn't able to rectify the problem. So let's see. We're gonna go into common, right? I'm using the launch E-mode plus. Alright, so let's go to Toyota and let's go into the software diagnostic here. Alright, so this vehicle has the 1KD engine, which is the 3-liter, and let's press other. They said the code keep returning for the turbo actuator. It keeps saying that it's open, so we definitely got to do some checks. I believe the original driver is there. They did swap it with a known good, and I believe they said they also went into the turbo as well and the wastegate to see if it was moving freely, and they're still having this fault. So this is a 2007 model, so I'm gonna go right here. Does have skid control things? No. So without, let's go. Let's press OK. So what we're gonna do is do a full scan of this vehicle. Sorry, let me just close this door because the wind is coming in. Let's do a health report and let's see exactly what's going on with this vehicle. Oh, so we don't have any faults so far, but the check light was on earlier. All right, so we do have a fault on the ECM. So let's go into ECM, and we got a P0045, the turbo supercharged boost control solenoid open circuit. We also have a stepper motor for the turbocharger intermittent circuit fault, and these are just repeating itself. So you see that it's a current and history. So what we gotta do is go into the module ECM, and let's look for any sort of information or data that we can use to help determine what's going on. So I'm going to go straight down to the turbo, which is variable nozzle turbo command. So anytime you see VN, that's what that is. And I like to take a look at our, it's not fuel because he is starting up and he's able to drive the vehicle, which he drove it here, but for some unknown reason he's not getting that power that he needs. And as I mentioned, the check engine light was on as well. So let's press OK. So right now our variable turbo command is at 70%. It's kind of hard to have 70% if the vehicle is not even on. So let's start the vehicle up. Oh, wow, what's going on? So the vehicle is running like crap. This is horrible. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, man. Let's go on the hood and let's see what's happening. So right now the vehicle is like it's acting up. You see they were here before because you're missing a bolt and it's smelling like diesel. So let's switch this vehicle off and put the key back on, and let's see exactly why this is acting up. So with the key on, you're supposed to hear this pulsing, right? You basically get the command to vary the vanes back and forth, and I'm not hearing it at all. The key is on and I'm not getting anything at all. So we do have an open circuit on the turbocharger boost control solenoid. Alright, so we just gotta do some checks. I mean, we can do it straight at the driver, or we can do it right here on the circuit. But let's go on the driver first because it's easy to get to. I mean, this is easy as well, but I could explain a little bit more if we go onto the driver. What we have here is the turbo supercharger driver. It's the module that drives the turbo. Alright, so what happened is you have some little transistors on this board with the capacitor that sometimes fails. But what happens is, let's say we have a fault on the wastegate where it's stuck, or the motor is stuck, or has high resistance. What happens, send high current and burn the board, right, or burn the processor, right? But now looking at this one, this is intact, so I'm not sure exactly where this came from, but and if it works, but I saw it in the vehicle. Okay, so what we're going to do right here, this is the driver, right, which is similar to this one, but I believe this is the original one. So we're going to do some checks and let's see exactly what's going on this vehicle right here. I'm just going to remove this ground and move the screw. I already have it loose. Do my checks. I saw the electrical tape here. Looked like someone was here before. So probably may have a break in the control or something like that. It looks like, yeah, they did some shabby work before. So we gotta fix and clean those things up. Probably was doing some testing around here. Okay, so again, let's see what's good. So we don't need the scan tool anymore, so I'm just gonna take that off. What we're gonna do is probe on this module and let's see exactly what do we obtain, which is the white, the blue, and the red wire. Those are going to the, let's say, the turbo solenoid position. Alright, so what we have here is a 5 volt, which will be our power. Right, so this will, we will call a VNVC, which is the variable nozzle voltage constant. So that's at 5 volts. Just gonna put it here so you can see. Pin 2 is this blue wire, which is the VNE2, right, which is the earth, right, or the ground for this module. This is pin 3. This one right here will be to go to the solenoid. So this white one will be the, let's say, the M minus. This red wire with the black stripe, this comes straight from the ECU. But you see the numbers fluctuating. So what we gotta do is come out and we gotta go onto the oscilloscope. And from there I will see the command from the ECU. I think I need to put some more time. Yes, I do. So what you're seeing here is the command from the ECU is sending the signal, right? So that's from the ECU. If I turn this around, this black wire with the orange stripe is also coming from the ECU. So this will be the in and the out, input and the output. So you see we're getting a signal as well. Okay, so that's letting me know that the ECU is commanding this driver. This one here goes to the motor, right? This one right here, and this one will be a B plus. This might be coming from a fuse or let's say a relay, right? So I'm gonna get 12 volts from there. So let's go back out. So I'm getting 12 volts from there. Is the white with a black stripe. This is a ground, right? So Toyota use this wire as a ground, a shared ground throughout the system. Alright, so on this red one here is the signal. So we got 1 point, what's that? We got a signal coming from the position Alright, let's switch this out and let's go back to here. So this will basically be what the driver would use to know exactly what position the turbo will be, right? The vanes will be. We gain power, we gain ground, we gain signal to this box. So we gotta ensure that we gain the same thing out there. So there's 5 wires on the turbo. I expect to see the white and the black one go into the solenoid, which controls the motor, and we also have the 3 wires going to the position, which is the red, the blue, and the white, which is the 5-volt, the signal, and the earth. So let's go on the hood and let's do our checks. While you're watching the multimeter / oscilloscope, I'm going to just probe the, what is this color wire? This is the red one, which is our signal. So let's go in the signal wire right here, and let's take a look and see exactly what voltage we get. So I'm just going to touch. So key is still on. I'm getting nothing. 0 volts. Something is definitely wrong. Okay, so let's take a look at our white wire. So let's go into here. The white wire is supposed to be my 5 volts. Got that 2.4 volts on the red wire. Let's see what I'm getting on the white one. Supposed to get like 5 volts. I am getting 5 volts. Trying to get you to focus. And on the blue one, I'm getting ground. Alright. So how come I'm not hearing anything from this motor right here? They did mention that they removed this cap and they tried to clean out the dust that's there, but I'm not sure exactly what was done or if this is intact, right? But I'm going to show you exactly where I believe our fault is, right? So let me go in the vehicle and let me show you exactly what's good. Okay, so let me show you exactly where the fault sometimes lies. So you see how they got this harness that's hanging here like this, and he has a serious oil leak. Right, so what happens is it tends to rub against the engine like this. So you see how these wires is just dangling. You saw, actually you see one that's popped right here. So we gotta peel this part of the harness back, and we gotta look for any shorts or open circuit that can cause this problem. Look, there you have it. You have a wire that's burst right here, and you probably got a few others because it tends to rub like this and it cuts. So that's why we gotta always secure these harness properly. Alright, and let me rectify this problem. And under here is filthy with oil. Let me rectify this problem, and then we will see if we could get some current back to this actuator. So when you don't have these harnesses secured properly, what happens, it rubs against these metal sharp edges, and eventually it will tear the harness apart and cause problems. So I'm not going to touch this, but I am going to secure it with a tie strap, and let's see if that can help rectify our problem. As you can see right there, it's another place where it was digging into. It doesn't look like anything happened, but if he comes back, then he will have to go a little further into the harness. Right, so I was just asked to diagnose the vehicle, not replay all these things. I mean, the right thing is to do it, but customer like his vehicle ASAP. So let me put everything back together, put the shield on, and ensure that the vehicle has power again.
1 hour later.
With the harness repaired, I'm going to put the key on and check to see if I'm getting power going to this solenoid. Right now, if we still have any issues, I believe that I may have to take this apart and see if the brushes is intact. Right, but let me see if I can get you a better close up. All right, so that's the black and white wire that's coming from the driver for the solenoid that I'm gonna check. Right, they definitely need a proper jack because this one could slip right off. I see like they had some silicone there as well before. Right, so that's the turbo with the wastegate, and right now I'm back probe onto the black wire, which is the motor positive. All right, so can you put the key on, please? Yeah, just ignition alone. And there you have it. We gain signal again. Is it looking good? No, it doesn't. It looks like crap, but at least I'm getting something. Right, and you actually hearing the solenoid moving too. So let's go on to the white wire, which is the negative of the motor, and let's see. I'm getting the same thing. So I believe this motor could be replaced or serviced, but it's up to the customer. So let's start the vehicle up and let's see if we can. Hold on real quick, I'm just gonna move my light. Let's start the vehicle up. Yeah, go ahead. And there you have it. Again, control going to this solenoid. Alright, good. So what we're going to do next is let's scan the vehicle and let's see the fault code come off the system, and once it's off, I believe this is gonna fix the problem, right? But the customer have a serious oil leak that he needs to take care of, right? It's filthy under there and it's really horrible to work. We're gonna put the shield back on and we're gonna ship this vehicle. Cool. Other than that, I think I did solve this problem. So leave a thumbs up if you like this video. If you don't like it, what can I say? I don't like you. Nah. Leave a comment down in the box, right? Let me know what you think. And yeah, until next time, man, y'all take it easy. Oh, matter of fact, let's go in the vehicle and let's clear the fault code before I sign off and guys say, hey, you didn't fix it and you didn't show us this and you didn't show us that. Hey, yes I did. I showed you everything. Alright, I gotta fix some wires there as well. And oh, he like beer, my kind of guy. Alright, so we're gonna put the key on. You can put the shield on. Okay, cool, that's good. So let's see if we can scan this vehicle again. Alright, so we did have a fault, a P0045 turbo code, and we also had a 1251. I'm gonna come out. I'm just gonna go directly into powertrain, ECM, okay, and we're gonna clear all faults. Okay, let's read the fault code again. I'm not sure exactly why they had them purchase this box. This is the wrong box. So we have no DTC. Okay, let's come out and let's go into all systems and let's do a health report. Let's start up. And you should see that we have no faults at all. So I'm smelling fuel though, but anyway, no faults. So all is well, no check engine light. So I'm definitely gonna call this a fix now. Right, so until next time, y'all take it easy, stay up, be safe out there, and stop throwing parts at these cars and diagnose them. Until next time, peace.